Hello, this is the One Episode Rule podcast about first impressions. I'm Magpie. I didn't think this intro through beyond this.
Do you ever?
Should I
It
mention
seems a little par for the course.
Should I mention that we talk about anime in the intro, like scroll more often?
I mean,
I
isn't the slogan that said
Maybe.
podcast about anime and first impressions?
Yeah, but that
usually
doesn't roll
just
off
says
the
the
tongue.
first impressions part. So yeah, we watch anime on here, y'all.
It is.
Yeah.
It sounds more respectable if I don't mention it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
we,
time for everyone to throw away that respect instantly. So
On this podcast, we watched the first episode of a TV show. It just so happens that for the last all of our episodes, it's been anime.
not all, technically.
That's true.
Oh no, I think all technically. Anyway.
Okay.
We can't get into that.
There'll be another war.
So why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
I'm Blackle.
Tell us
I'm
what's been
moderate-
going on with you.
I'm moderately sick, and I've
Oh.
been subsisting entirely on strawberry milk for the last few days. So that's kind of choice, to be honest.
Blacko,
Sounds
you
pretty
gotta
rad.
eat stuff.
Don't tell me what to do.
Like, I know it sucks, but you gotta eat something. Podcast being a weird place if you died.
Ah.
I can't die.
I don't think she's gonna die from 3 days worth of strawberry milk diet.
How did you know it was 3 days?
Wouldn't you like to know? Hi, I'm Joey, and I know everything about our co-host Blackle.
What
What a terrible bird.
a terrible.
So I do have one small thing to bring to the podcast if we want to go ahead and get right into shit.
Alright,
Yeah.
So this week I actually watched some anime.
Oh shit.
By which I mean Netflix recommended me an anime movie, and I said, sure, I'll throw that on while I work. And so this week I watched a movie called A Whisker Away.
Alright.
So this movie is about this really obnoxious girl who, and let me get that clear, she is super obnoxious. And she wants her crush to notice her, so she gets this haunted mask, or I guess like cursed mask, from this giant cat mask salesman character that lets her turn into a cat so that her crush will think she's a cute cat and pick her up and snuggle her.
Oh my god.
This is perverse.
Okay.
It's okay. So when I saw it in my I was like, okay, this is probably just gonna be like very, very silly comedy hijinks. And it had some of that. But they did some like stuff with like the characterization for one thing that I was like, okay, they explain why she's, kind of a bit of a shit sometimes, and it makes sense, and I think they gave her a little bit of, character development, and I thought that was fun. And they also kind of made some parts of the movie terrifying.
Oh yeah?
Huh.
Because the mask salesman cat is actually like tricking her. So at some point he's like, oh, by the way, since you've been wearing that cat mask for a long time, don't you want to just stay a cat forever? Don't you want to? So what he does is, if you're a cat for a long time, he'll just take your face, your human face, and sell it to a cat that wants to become a human.
It's a perfect system.
And
Self-sustaining economy.
Yeah.
So after a while you're just kind of stuck as the cat form, and she starts like looking up, and people will talk, and she's understanding them like less and less because she's just merging into cat.
Become
This
cat.
sounds. Didn't that happen in the Animorphs books?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I didn't
Yeah,
read
if you
those.
spend too long as an animal in Animorphs, you just become that animal.
And then also at the end of the movie, it turns out that the masked salesman is stealing the humans' lifespans as well
Oh my
by
god!
doing this somehow.
He's got a
It's
good racket
baffling.
going.
I'm starting
So,
to think this guy. I'm starting to think this guy kind of sucks.
Yeah, he's bad.
He's an
So
entrepreneur.
this movie is a bit like it's got a bit of the Cat Returns vibes.
I was
If you
gonna
could
say.
if you could mash the Cat Returns with It's a Wonderful Life somehow, that would be kind of close to this movie. Cause
And
she
make
it
does it
horror?
at the end. She's like, "No, I want to be human again."
I want to live again. Clarence.
It's baffling. So
So
anyway,
Susan's metal. Anyway.
Joey, I don't want to one up you here, but I would be bereft to mention that I did watch 9 anime movies since we last met.
Yeah. Yeah, Black
Um,
went off.
Yeah,
how can this possibly be?
I watched
can this
like
be?
2 a day for like the last.
Because you were
7 days.
sick and you had nothing else to do? Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
yeah, and also I was feeling sad, and I wanted to watch Your Name,
Aw.
and I wanted to watch Mind Game, and there was a bunch of them. Anyway, it was good.
Oh yeah, we
They
also
were fun.
watched oh, what was that weird
We
movie
watched,
that we watched?
We watched with a different group of friends. We watched the Night is Short, Walk On Girl,
Yes,
That's a good
it was
movie, I love
really,
that.
really good.
which is a great movie by the director of Isaacon.
Yes. It was
I love that
it was
movie.
a wild, wild ride, and it
wanna-
was fantastic.
I want to watch it again in like better quality.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys love the little library gremlin who was like
Yeah.
talking about all the different connections?
I
Oh,
think
I
Yes.
love that part so much.
I think my favorite part was how people would just unquestioningly join the sophists dance.
Yes.
Do their
Oh.
just back destroying dance.
Yeah.
It was a good movie, but yes.
Don Underpants, strong character too.
Mhm.
Don't worry, my legs are not under the kotatsu.
Anyhow, that's all I wanted to talk about.
Well, that's fun.
Got some news?
Hey, Blacko, what all did you watch? I'm not gonna ask
Do you want me to go through the list?
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It'll be short. It's 9 elements long. Okay, I watched Your Name, Liz and the Bluebird, Memories, A Silent Voice,
Hmm.
Birthday Wonderland, The Case of Hannah and Alice, Mind Game, Only Yesterday, and The Tale of Princess Cayuga.
So 2 Ghiblis.
Yeah, 2 Ghiblis.
I still haven't seen those yet. I need to see those in Ocean Waves.
I do
What
want to
is
say
the
though is
voice
that
one?
A Silent Voice.
Hmm.
That one's it's like about a it's about a girl who's like deaf and she like gets bullied and then her bully
Huh.
like has a change of heart or not change of heart but just like goes through like this atonement process.
Right,
Yeah, I
right,
don't know how
right.
to explain it, but like
I actually heard
I
about
liked
that.
it. It made me cry a couple of times. To be
Aw.
honest.
Heard about that movie from Julia Lepetit, which I imagine hit her like a fucking truck, given that she was deaf when she was a child.
Aw.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, let's hit the news, shall we?
Yeah.
I got some news
I-
items. I scraped some off the bottom of Crunchyroll. It was
Nice
work
one.
because it's just full of junk I don't care about recently.
Aw. These news items look a little crusty.
They are a little crusty, but I salvaged them. These are relevant to the podcast interests.
All right.
So in no particular order this time. So I forget what company is doing it. But there's going to some people have endeavored to create a Summer Wars-based online escape room
Oh my god.
based on the virtual world Oz.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I also like Summer Wars.
Have either of you ever done an escape room?
I
have
have.
done an in-person escape room, so
Yeah.
Okay, so we've all been there before.
I did do it with like 12 people though, so it kind of sucked because
Whoa!
nobody listens to you when there's
No,
12
that's
people.
too
Yeah.
many.
I did it with like 5, I think.
I think I did it with about 4 or 5 other people. I don't remember.
It was also Lovecraft themed, and I was the only person in the room who had read any Lovecraft.
Oh
These people
no!
refused to listen to me.
Oh no.
But whatever.
Oh,
This seems
jeez.
cool. Nobody knows if it's going to come out in English, which I think would be really cool because I would play it with my friends because it is multiplayer.
Sweet.
I'd be down.
Uh,
I think Summer Wars had one of the best dubs I've ever heard of an anime.
it's got a great one.
Yeah.
Um,
To the point where like the subs are actually worse in a way because the way that they phrase certain things
it's a little weird.
is like diminished, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's just my
the
opinion.
performance isn't there with the subs. Anyway, let's
Yeah.
move on. This is not a Summer Wars podcast
It could be.
until it is.
Yeah.
Blackle's like it could be.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a lot to talk about when it comes to Summer Wars.
Let's see. An announcement. The OVAs for Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan are coming to Netflix, rendering my pirated copies from a year ago even more worthless.
Yes, yes, yes,
As I
yes,
have
yes.
still not watched them after downloading them that long ago.
Yes.
I will watch this freak shit because I know it will be weird.
Do
But
I
yeah.
watch this shit at work?
I don't
Dare I
know.
risk it?
But there's only the 4 episodes. There's Millionaire
I mean,
Village,
yeah.
Mutsukabe Hill at a confessional and The Run, and they were all done by David Productions, Part
Okay.
40. So
Fun.
I am here to consume more Rohan content of him just being a bastard,
Yes. Love it.
hanging out with other weird bastards. Our last bit of news for today, which I wasn't sure I was gonna include, but I saw something that caught my eye, which is Crunchyroll put out a visualization of the most popular shows in different countries it had data for upon the Earth in the form of a map.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
And I was scrolling through it, and I was just like, it's mostly Demon Slayer and what is it, Jujutsu Kaisen and Tower of God
Yeah.
and Black Clover, and I was just like, I don't care about any of those. Those are not my jam. But I did notice something very interesting because this is split up by continent in the map of Asia. Your area bordering China is interested in Jujutsu Kaisen. There's a God of High School in Iran. Is that
One of those.
that Pakistan? Let's see. Boruto, very popular in the entire rest of Asia, except for looks like Burma is very interested in Black Clover. But most interesting to me is that the islands of Japan are green, and a color which appears on none of the other maps, and it equates to Onyx Equinox,
Oh.
What?
which means that the Japanese Crunchyroll viewers just went, "What the fuck is that? Let's watch that."
Whoa! Fascinating.
If you think about it, of course, because they'd just be like, "Wait, what? What?"
Yeah, it's the most like different.
Yeah.
It's the most strange to them, I guess.
Hmm.
I was gonna ask which like one country was gonna have Onyx Equinox at the top. And I was expecting it to be Mexico or something, but no, it was Japan. That's incredible.
I can scroll up back to North America here.
No,
North America,
actually, none of those have it, as far as I remember.
yeah. Mexico likes My Hero Academia. So yeah, that's the news.
Wild.
There was
I think that just goes to show that I think Japan would enjoy Ben 10.
Japan probably did enjoy Ben 10. I'll tell you what,
Probably.
Japanese people would call that an anime. So add that to your fucking discussion of this topic. Because if you ask Japanese
Holy
people
shit.
what their favorite anime is, then they're likely to be like Frozen. So
I mean, yeah, anime means just animation,
it
right?
just means animation there. But so yeah, let's get into our show. I believe I tasked Joey with picking today's show.
Yes, I was assigned to pick this week, and I didn't really want to pick this week. So now everyone on the show can and will suffer, because we are going to be watching Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh God,
Oh my god.
is that from the list?
Yep, it sure is. Thanks, Tyler.
Of course. I was speaking to Tyler the other day, and it was revealed to me that the reason we are seeing like many harem anime is because they are terrible.
Yeah, I remember it.
It is on purpose.
You did tell them that anything goes on this
I did.
podcast.
I
did.
did go ahead and say anything goes, didn't I? So in a way, it's my fault.
I don't know. Like I said to Tyler, it is true that anything goes on this podcast, but you still made a moral choice.
I'm not sure you punished us as much as you thought you did. Because I've seen that list, and now I wouldn't necessarily pick this out of that list, but I feel like there's bigger landmines.
Yeah, this kind of was. I'm not gonna say that I didn't have problems with this, but I had less problems than I thought I was going to have with this.
Yeah.
that
You
I'll say
You
instantly.
thought it was gonna be worse.
I thought it was going to be much worse.
I
I
thought it
would-
was going to be horrible.
During the watching segment of this, I need to go to my anime lesson and find a blurb. But I actually got up and walked around during the watching portion of this, and when I was questioned by the other people who live in my home as to why, I was just like, "Hey, we were watching a show, and we thought it was going to be gross, but actually, it's just sad. I'm sad now.
Oh
I'm
no!
sad by watching this."
Yeah.
Because the lead character in this show is one of the most pathetic motherfuckers I've ever seen.
He's just kind of miserable, isn't he?
The whole time, I'm just that frame of Evangelion where Asuka's just like pathetic.
Yeah.
I do feel kind of bad though, because I had so many moments of just like glee of him just like
Getting owned.
getting owned basically. And maybe we should talk about the blurb before we go into any more details, but
Who wants to hit that blurb?
Sure. Jilted and heartbroken, 20-year-old Kinoshita Kazuya turns to Diamond, a rent-a-girlfriend app that leads him to a fateful encounter with Mizuhara Chizuru, one of the talents on offer.
Pretty short blurb, but descriptive enough. Yeah, he starts the episode with a girlfriend, is immediately dumped by that girlfriend, who apparently just did not actually like him.
She just wasn't into him, from what I can tell.
My first note of my list of notes was dump his ass in all caps. So you can imagine where I was at.
Wow,
mentally.
Like, how did you get there, having been exposed to him for a total of 3 seconds before
I just thought, okay,
that
I
relationship?
heard I heard the title of the show, and I did go into some preconceived notions about this guy, and I did feel very pleased that the first thing is him getting dumped. I don't know, something about that was like, I had like the level of Schadenfreude I experienced in this show was incredible. Like I don't normally experience that emotion, but I was like so happy
You're
at
just
certain
like,
moments. I was
yes,
like, this is
suffer
so good.
more. So he goes back to like his little like apartment or whatever, and he's just like crying and like so fucking dramatic. He's just surrounded by like empty soda bottles and like tissues everywhere, and he's just looking at his timeline and looking at his like ex-girlfriend, and he's like, oh god, she's already fucked the next dude. They've already gone all the way.
She blocked me on Twitter.
Oh, you
I mean,
poor
he
thing.
he is coming up with that in his imagination. I think that's
Right,
made clear.
right. But like, still, like, what? Like, this show, like, what? Your priorities, my dude? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Let's put it in perspective. You know, let's contextualize his idiocy. Which he is 20 years old, and this is his first serious relationship.
That's
We
that's
were
true.
all pretty fucking dumb the first time around, weren't
That's true. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But we also deserve to get roasted for that. So
Yeah,
True enough.
we've all been there, and we'll all go through it. So
yeah, it's fine.
might as well
Maybe
sit on
he'll
the
get
sidelines
better.
and have a good laugh.
Being a
Maybe he'll
dipshit
get better.
is a necessary step on the road to being a functional human being.
Yeah.
I literally have so many notes that just this. Oh, he's so dumb. What did you expect, my dude? Just.
Yeah.
I'll give it to it was actually kind of unpredictable because I did not expect the episode to go where it went.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's maybe do a quick plot synopsis. He's sad that he got dumped. He goes to this app and he like rents a girlfriend and they go on a date. And he has a good time, it seems. They go to a
I really appreciate that they do portray this as shameful.
Yes.
yeah. And then he goes to check the he goes to like I guess he gets prompted to put a review in of his
Yeah.
experience, and he sees that other people are reviewing her because they also rented her, which is
And she
the
had-
point of the app.
And she
I
had
don't know
this
what
nice
do you
style.
expect?
Yeah, and he just saw that there's other people who are like giving reviews about the
Mhm.
same sort of thing that he experienced. And he's like, "No, I thought it was special," and he like gets pissed off. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that he is paying roughly $50 an hour for this
Yeah.
for this experience. So
Yeah, what was it? It was like 5,000 yen. Was it 5,000 yen an hour?
an hour, yeah.
I think it was an hour, yes.
Oh,
He
that's
was paying top dollar.
pricey. What can I get? Can I get 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I can introduce
Oh,
you to my
gee.
doddering grandma.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so he gets mad and then he decides to like rent her again to like tell her off for like
gonna tell
Well,
her
he
off
does
and then
leave her a
that.
1-star review. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't even know the name of the fish at the aquarium, this dumbass.
And,
Idiot.
they go on another date and she apparently studied. I didn't catch the review text. So I didn't know that's
Yeah, she studied up on fish types because she's a fucking professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's literally.
And he
Like-
was gonna tell her off, but he really just spent the whole time sulking.
Yeah, he did.
And then he like had these moments where it's like, don't you feel empty like lying to people and pretending to be their girlfriend? And it's like you're paying her.
Yeah.
Like you're paying for this
She's
service
not the
and you're
pathetic
like
one here. She's
Yeah.
doing a job, and she's doing it really fucking well.
and it culminates in her like carrying him away because he's making a scene. And then she like blows up at him and
Yeah,
the
she
wave
just
of
lights
relief
into
I
him.
had. The wave of relief I had of him just ripping into him. It
Yes.
just felt so good to just have her just be like, "You fucking pathetic bastard! You're
Yes.
paying me,
Why are you
idiot."
being such a prick about this?
She like goes off on him. She tears into
God.
him, and it's glorious.
Oh god, that's where I was like, okay, maybe this show isn't horrible. Because it did give me
Yeah.
so much glee, as I mentioned earlier.
I kind of wanted them to turn around. They're not going to do this because let's put it honestly, this is the meet cute for a romance series. This is
Sure.
out
Yeah.
there. So they're not going to go this direction. But I really kind of wanted it to go in a direction of go on that second date to tell her off, and then think about how fucked up that first date made you, a relatively normal college student, and then just grab her by the hand at the end of the night and just be like, "Listen, I understand the money's good, but you have to stop this, or someone is going to murder you."
Right.
Oh my god.
Because there are nasty people out there, and they will go insane.
Oh god.
Damn.
Yeah. So then after that, during that scene where she's ripping him a new one, he gets a call to say, and he hears that his grandma's in the hospital, and so he runs over, and she's like, "You still have time on the clock," so she comes along too, which is weird.
Which is a bad
It was a
mistake.
bad idea.
Bad idea. And
She's
then
also kind of dumb. Let's be
yeah,
She's a little
Yeah.
dumb sometimes.
she's like, "I am a professional. I will."
I
will.
can respect
to
her
do my
game.
job.
Yeah. She's like, "I'm a professional. I will walk myself into a corner professionally." So they go to his grandmother's hospital room.
Yeah, because she
Yeah.
fell down trying to work the store, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
long story short, the whole family is there, and they do
They're
eventually.
like,
They're just like, "Hey, who's that?" And he's just like, "My girlfriend." And they are all so happy about it that it becomes impossible to escape the situation.
Yeah.
and then there are other grandparents there, and she's like, "No,
They're-
my grandma's here. She's gonna get caught into this."
She's gonna see, and then
I thought that was
Able to
also
back
kind of
out.
funny. Like whenever there's like a lie that happens in these shows, and then it's just like the consequences and how it's like caught in the tangled web. It's kind of fun to see in
Yes.
a way.
It's
So,
good. And this
it's
is probably
juicy.
gonna pop up later in the series. I know it is. There is a common complaint about anime plots, which is just talk, and this is a situation in which just talk does not actually fix the problem.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Exactly. So there is a gross scene which I disliked very much.
Oh God,
Where they're
yeah, we can
underneath the
get
blankets.
into that later.
Yeah.
I want to put it this way: is I don't even think the scene was necessarily inappropriate. You're of course entitled to your opinion to not like it, and actually, it didn't really do anything for me. But
No,
it's appropriate to the context of what the show is.
Yeah, I
They
can
could've
see
done
that.
it
It just still didn't
without
like it.
the fan service, in my opinion.
Like if there's gonna
Yeah.
be horny in a show, it's probably gonna be in a romance, right?
At least
Sure.
she did kick him, so that was good.
Yeah.
I had in all caps in my notes. It just says kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him.
Why? You know. A better question is why did she drag him on top of her like that? But
Yeah. She panicked.
Yeah, she seemed desperate. So
yeah, that's the scene. They're trying to hide from the grandmas in a different hospital room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't
And it-
work.
doesn't work at all.
So
They
then
did.
she's just like, we'll just tell him we broke up. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know why that wasn't the solution to begin with.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be, I don't want to break my grandma's heart.
Yeah.
I did think it was very funny that. I did think it was very funny that the guy was like, "Have you guys had sex yet?"
Yeah.
I
That
give
was
you my
so
blessing to
far
fuck all the time.
She's like,
guys-
we've talked about it, but I don't know. We're just waiting for the right moment. And the grandma's like, y'all can do it day, night, whenever you want.
The moment is now. Make me some
Uh-huh.
great grandchildren.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's like, oh God. The grandma's the best character. She was
I
literally
love
so
the grandma.
funny.
Everybody
I have
loves
in all
her.
caps. The grandma's awesome, actually.
They get to the hospital and the grandma's like, Grammy needs Wi-Fi.
She's so good.
I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
holy shit, she's perfect.
Can the show be about her?
Yeah.
What's the Wi-Fi password in this hospital? I have to watch my UFC match. I already paid
Uh-huh.
for it.
I gotta record a TikTok.
Yeah.
I lived, bitch.
God.
Oh God.
Grandma, no. Grandma, yes.
Oh, that's the name of the podcast episode. Grandma lived, bitch.
Oh God.
So, okay. So yeah, and then they have their talk afterwards, which is, you know, as pathetic as this character appears in the beginning of the episode, he does things that many anime protagonists do not do, which is be basically completely fucking honest.
At
Yeah.
least he's attempting some character growth, which I can appreciate.
Yeah.
He's
You
had
know?
like immense character growth by anime standards.
Right.
Yeah.
Though she does rightly call him out for his fucking pretentious soliloquy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm going to use this to grow, and then I won't need
grow
a
the
rental
person.
girlfriend, and I'll be so much better. And she's like, that's so corny. Stop it.
She's just like, I'm not here for your growth, you shitty little.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ugh.
God.
Yeah, I expected us to be a lot more negative on this one.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing that we get to learn like right at the very beginning of this show that kind of also puts this show above a lot of the like awful,
The trash.
romance trash that we've watched on here is they're both adults.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
grown ass people.
If we have to have fan service, at least they're like of age. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I don't even. It's not even the fan service. That's like a secondary concern. Like I'm not even thinking about that. I'm happiest about them it being a romance about grown fucking people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God, I feel we are so blessed that this was a college anime.
Yeah,
And not a high
exactly.
school anime.
Why don't more
Does-
animes do the
Can we
you
move
can
into
do
the
a
era?
lot of similar tropes just with like a college setting instead of high school. Like
They could do more things in college.
You know,
like they
other
could
right
go.
there.
Other Side Picnic was a college anime too. Are we moving into that era of our
Oh,
podcast?
please!
I hope
please.
so.
Let's
I
go.
hope so.
I hope to God that
I
we are
went
that
I
we
went to college
graduated.
A lot more fucking.
We've graduated.
We
graduated. So how do we
Oh, God.
honestly? How do we feel about this? I feel like it has some success as a romance because I watched some of it and I occasionally went, "That's actually cute."
Uh-huh.
I did warm up a bit. I still
Also,
I don't know.
this got genuine laughs out of me, like several
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Like the part where, oh, I don't know, his grandma called her like a hale and hearty hottie, and then his face just turned into this like, I don't know how to describe it, but the
He did
art
a-
was
He
fantastic,
did a one
and the
punch
lines.
man face.
It was a One Punch Man face.
So fucking funny.
It was a really good guy. And then later on, like they discover them in that hospital room after the somewhat fan service scene.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's ready to apologize to Grandma.
Right.
It's like, I don't actually have a go, and she jumps in on him, and I'm just like, she didn't have to do that. Actually, she could have just let him eat shit. That's actually cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't
Yeah.
think she wanted a chance to get like exposed at all. Is the thing.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, maybe
I
there
think
is an
that was her
ulterior motive there.
motivation. But
I think that
still,
was very clearly her just not wanting to be like, oh, I'm a rent-a-girlfriend
Yeah.
in front of her fucking grandmother,
I don't think
who
he
was right there.
You know, as much of a fucking dolt as he is, I'm not sure he'd reveal that out of hand. But
Right.
But still.
Also, at the very end, his friends come up to him and they slap him on the back. And they're like, "Hey,
hey, Virgin,
Hey,
how much
yeah.
did you jerk it yesterday?
How much did you jerk it yesterday?
and he just yells, "Ha! 3!" And then in my notes, I simply made this emoji. This is simply the emoji that I
No.
made in my notes. Which, for the viewers at
Uh-oh.
home, it is a wall-eyed emoji made out of circles and brackets and underscores.
I reacted differently to that, although I would have cut the scene entirely. But that really is the only valid response if your friend asks you that question.
Yeah.
All other pathways lead to further embarrassment.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Be
think
like, "Oh,
I think saying I forgot to is very funny.
that's pretty good, actually."
Yeah.
No, you just roll it off like, ah, shit, I knew I forgot to do something.
Damn it! I had it in my day timer and everything.
Oh, that's why I'm in a bad fucking mood.
Oh my god.
Oh, we never mentioned the part where she showed up at the end, and she's like
Yeah.
got her little college
she's in college
nerdy
mode.
persona.
Yeah, that's so that is like the gateway to the next episode, right? Is the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
conflict of them being at the same school.
Right.
And then there's all these other characters that we don't know yet.
I'm sure they're going to be introduced to complicate the plot more. I know the
Yeah.
next episode is apparently going to involve the X to a certain degree.
Mm. Oh boy.
Who may get drunk or something and just be like,
Oh, God.
actually,
Right.
the whole reason we broke up is because I have deep-seated emotional problems or something like that.
Who knows? How much do you want to bet that his ex becomes a rent-a-girlfriend?
Oh, God.
Maybe.
I feel like that's the kind of conflict that this show would produce.
Maybe.
That's my prediction.
We would have to watch more to find out. And that brings us to the question. Would you watch more of this? I would because I'm a fucking sap and you all know it.
Kind of think I would watch more too.
I watched-
Yeah.
I watched all of Gamers and that show sucks. I
Aw.
watched it because I was
Fucking
sad.
Gamers.
Aw. You're so cute.
Oh, bless. I mean, I'd watch it if people were streaming it, but it's not something I would seek out myself. I think
Yeah,
I want to watch more Red Green Show, to be honest.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
who doesn't?
Yeah.
But
They're all on YouTube now.
that's great.
It's just
Nice.
there, and it's just amazing.
I should put that on my phone and like build a fucking cabinet while it's on in the background.
Yeah, I mean, they won't help you build the cabinet, but it'll be funny.
It would be shitty. Anyway, so listeners, if you want access to my forbidden list of sad times romance anime, like Wotakoi, you can ask for that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one the word, not the number. If you want to rent a girlfriend, you cannot do that with us, but you can
Yeah.
tweet us on Twitter. We are
that's
at
not
One
gonna happen.
Episode Cast.
Yeah. We block randos on site.
Well,
I
I don't
don't
Rando
think that's
spotted.
true.
that's
I don't
not true.
think that's true.
We troll randos. What are you talking about?
That's fine. Listen, I'm not part of the social division. I'm part of the.
Yeah, Blackle doesn't touch any of the social media.
No, I've not touched it at all.
What do you do
I'm on like
around here anyway?
like
Why do I pay you?
I don't even have a public facing like account. I've just got like a private account that like. a couple
Okay,
people
well,
can
we
see.
have to shuffle out of here before I start yelling at Blackhole for having a Twitter in which I cannot retweet most of.
Most of
your
her powerful
content.
jokes.
It's secret. It's secret content just for you guys.
Ooh,
I cannot
spicy.
tell the world.